morning everyone, and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new. This is the Compound Zoo, and look, I finally have an intro. It is bright and early, okay, not early, it's bright on Saturday, hence the squinting. Today is deep cleaning day of the 3 brooder boxes that we have out here on our porch. So I'm going to take you guys along and show you guys what I do for their deep cleaning to give everybody a happy, healthy home to start the week. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't clean out the coop throughout the week. I clean it based on how dirty it gets. Since each brooder box doesn't have any more than 3 chicks, it really just all depends on how much of a mess they make. Like my older girls, the Weasleys, they make a mess a lot. They like to dump their water, they dump their food, they push all their bedding out of their kennel. They're a hot mess. I guess that's what I get for getting gingers. The silkies I just got the other day, and they're still really small, so I can't really say how much of a mess they will make when they get older. And then the Hoovian clan, which are my Bantam chick, or not Bantam, my Black Moran chicks. They don't make quite as much of a mess, but they still make a mess. But it is time to deep clean each of the boxes, get everything scooped out, put into the compost pile, and then, yeah. So I am starting at least with the at least with the Black Moran chicks. I'm going to be doing what's called the deep litter method, and it's basically I'm going to turn the bedding that's in there and then put a fresh layer of bedding on top. This just creates added warmth because it is kind of chilly early in the morning and late at night here in SoCal. Not chilly for humans, but the chicks are like this big, so pretty chilly. So we're gonna be doing that in their brooder box because their brooder box is a giant trough, so there's no way that the bedding can get out of their brooder. The Rhode Island Reds and the Silkies are just going to get scraped and scrubbed, and then a new layer of bedding and a yeah, because they're in dog kennels, which I modified to be brooder boxes. So until they move out into their new coop, which is down there, I'm so excited the way it's coming out. I've been filming a vlog on that process, so that one's gonna end up being probably a really long video, but we'll see. I'm gonna get to cleaning and we'll go from there. Alright guys, so the first thing that I do is I go ahead and I remove the water feeder and their food. I'm also going to remove the roosting bar and then go ahead and take this little shovel. I just kind of mix up their bedding so that I can go ahead and add my other layer. Look at my cheekies, they're so cute. And I just go ahead and add the bedding on top. This is just pine shavings that I get from my local Tractor Supply, and that is Amy's bed. Once it's all put in, I readjust their roosting bar because they are now bigger and it's just now a more better height for them to practice roosting. And I give them a little exercise by making sure I put each one of them up there. I do not need to clean out their food container that was cleaned out the other day. So now I need to take my Weasley girls and put them in a bucket with a lid on top so that I can go ahead and completely deep clean their kennel. There's Molly, and then I'm going to put in Ginny. Now to clean their coop, I do the same thing I did with the other one. I remove both their food and their water containers. And then since it's in a dog kennel, I have to unlatch that latch at the bottom that holds the tray and pull the tray out completely, and then I just scrape whatever I can off into our compost bin. Chicken poop and pine shavings make wonderful compost, and then once it's all in there, at least the big chunks anyway, I go ahead and shake the compost bin to get everything all mixed up.
Now, to clean off the stuff that is actually stuck on the tray, I've been using Odo Band because I notice it helps kind of keep the odors down more than our traditional cleaners. This is not sponsored, this is just what I ended up using, and it does take a little bit of scrubbing to get this stuff off. I think next time I'm going to end up using a scrub brush. And before anybody says anything, yes, I should be wearing gloves, but you know, given the state of the world, it's really hard to find gloves, and the gloves that we do have, I would rather save them for if I have to leave my house. And I've got hand sanitizer and stuff at the house. So this is the mess that they made behind their coop. So after I get the tray cleaned, I let it air dry and I sweep all of the pine shavings up off from around their coop. Now eventually, when the girls are bigger and all our other chicks are bigger, we're going to be moving them into our custom coop that is being built by Just a Woodworking. I will have them linked down below. They are a new up and coming company, and they are the ones that are building my coop. Now these pine shavings are also going to go in our compost bin. Put the tray back in, and then go ahead and grab the pine shavings and put the pine shavings in there as well. I apparently didn't edit this part out. Go me. So I'm trying to keep most of the pine shavings back by the roosting bar because the girls do like to spill their water and their food, and I'm sprinkling some diatomaceous earth on there to keep out mites. And these are our silky babies, so I just got them a week ago, so they don't need a complete deep cleaning, but I am pulling out their food and water dish, and I'm going to clean all of those, and I'm just scraping out the little bit of pine shavings that got wet from them spilling their water or that are covered in poop. It's mainly just spilt water and food that I'm cleaning out currently. And then I'm just going to fill it back in with just a little more pine shavings. And now time to wash all of the food and water bins. So we use leftover Mancala beads, or I think they're also called garden stones, to put in the bottom of this little tray that we use for the teeny tiny silkies water so that they don't drown themselves. They are going to get switched to a regular size water drinker here in a little bit. And now time to fill everybody back up. So giving the silkies some food, and this is my miracle water that I've been giving them since they are so little. Yes, they are 2 weeks old. Actually, I think they're a little older than 2 weeks at this point. But because they are still so little, they get special water. And now it's time for my Rhode Island Reds to get their food.
Real talk. Y'all saw me clean this. Girls. You see this? I may have to put cardboard around the bottom so that doesn't do this. Alright, now we're going to give them their water and get ready to give them some dried mealworms as a treat. I got this at Walmart, so I just sprinkle a little bit on the ground so they can forage. And now everything goes back into the babies, and that's everything, guys. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at TheCompoundZoo, and I'll see you.